John and Joe back inside the amp. And Providence basketball brought to you in part by the Hot Potato Food Truck, a proud partner of PC Athletics. For your next event, call the Hot Potato Food Truck at 401-919-3009.
Well, you don't see this stuff very often, John. The Friars have 8 made baskets in the ball game and 8 assists. So they've assisted on every single hoop they've scored so far in the ball game. They're shooting 8 for 14 from the floor, 2 of 9, though, from three-point range, 6 for 9 from the foul line. Georgetown 8 for 22 overall, 2 for 7 from three-point range, 4 for 4 from the line. Our rebounding the Friars 14-8. Friars have no offensive rebounds in the ball game. Georgetown still has that 6. Just 2 turnovers for the Friars and 3 for Georgetown.
Yeah, the backboards is the reason right now that this game is close at all. 14-8 on the backboards and 6-0 on the offensive glass. That has to change, or this game will be closer than most of the almost 13,000 in this building will wish it was.
So Georgetown's probably excited to actually play in front of a big crowd. You know, they don't get to see many crowds at their home game, so they're right here and they get to see this big crowd. So the place, hey, we're on the road, but this is a lot of fun with all these people in here.
Wow.
Well, it's the truth. You know, John, the truth will set you free, baby.
Yes, that's also true. Here's Masood up front now for Bristol. Bristol and the Hoyas again, basket to our left on the radio here in half number 1. Masood works right side, steps back, deep three-pointer is short, and he goes over the backboard. It's going to be out of bounds. It'll be Providence ball.
You know, he's a good rebounder. His ticket games. I mean, he does a good job of boxing out. I mean, he's obviously weight-wise undersized, trying to play the power forward position because Bryce Hopkins is out for the year, but he puts his body in on everybody, gets bounced around a while, but when he gets near that ball, he usually snatches it.
The Friars will have it. Duval checks back in for Providence. And he's going to bring it into the forecourt. They have to kind of manage Jaden Pierre's time here as he spins to get to the mid-floor line because Pierre has 2 fouls here in the half. Duval works to the right side outside the arc, top of the key, gains, feeds Oduro back at the game in the post. Oduro goes up and under, banks it up, and scores over Cook.
What a tough move that is. That's a good move by Oduro. Excellent move in there. That was good defense by Cook, but Oduro was able to avoid the block shot.
8 points for Oduro. Friars on a 6-0 run out, lead by 4. Styles out front, comes to the left wing for Masood. Friars have stayed man-to-man the entire way on defense. Masood feeds the post to Cook. Cook now about 17 feet away, worked into the post, stops, gets into the lane, goes up the runner, off the backside, no good. Rebound Gaines, and Gaines gets floored by Styles on that end, and Styles just picked up his 3rd personal foul for Georgetown.
Great defense by Oduro. Supreme Cook thought he could move him on that penetration, bumped him in the chest. Oduro didn't move at all.
And we're going to go to the other end to shoot a 1-on-1 on the 8th Georgetown team foul here. 6:47 on the clock in the half.
You got to make Cook, when he tries to do that bump play, make him take a fall-away jump shot. He'll make it occasionally, but he wants to get to the basket off the glass on some penetration. And Oduro won't let him do that. Make him take the outside shot, and Gaines gets on the glass.
Gaines to the line for the 1-on-1 here, 67% from the line on the season.
That's not very good for a guy who can make threes.
1 dribble, and the shot is good with another one coming. He's got 6 here in the half. Friars as a team improved to 69% on the season after that 16 for 17 game on Wednesday at the Hall. Second shot, nothing but net. And Providence is their largest lead now on an 8-0 run. They lead 28-22. And it will be Jaden Epps into the forecourt with it, picked up by Carter. Pass off to the left wing for Heath, former Arizona State and Boston College player. Drives to the left side and throws it away. Carter with a steal. Carter one-on-one with Epps. Up fakes down to the post. He shovels it off to Oduro. Score!
Good job by Carter right there. Timeout. Georgetown is Oduro kept filling the lane and looking right pass by Carter. And Oduro finishes it off. Defense turning into offense, John.
10 first-half points for Josh Oduro. Ed Cooley calls it 30-second timeout for the Hoyas. Hey, how weird is it to say that?
But
Ed Cooley calls a 30-second timeout for the Hoyas.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm surprised he didn't mess it up.
I'm surprised they didn't announce him as the head coach before the game. I know. But anyway, timeout, Georgetown, 6:22 to go in the half. Friars have their largest lead now at 8.
And they're doing with defense, John, and limiting Georgetown to just 1 shot. You know, Georgetown played good basketball here the first 10, 12 minutes of the game, making shots and getting offensive rebounds and putting the putbacks back in. The Friars are stopping that initial shot, which they've been doing the whole ball game. but now not allowing Georgetown to get that second shot opportunity. And then the Friars are at their best, like I told you so often this year, is when they get out on the fast break. When they beat that defense down the floor, the Friars have all finishers. They're very fast to the basket, and they can put the ball in the hole.
Friars have hit 10 of 16 from the floor at 62%. Georgetown inbound. Friars have pressure in the backcourt. Epps is in trouble, but he saves it to Heath, and Heath dribbles out of trouble into the forecourt. He'll go past. Duval tries to scoop it up the hoop, lost it out of bounds. It's Providence ball.
Good job by Odero stepping in that time. Almost picked up the offensive foul on Heath, but he threw the ball away.
5 turnovers now for the Hoyas against the Friars defensively in the half.
And Cooley's over there complaining it should have been a foul. It should have been an offensive foul. The official bailed out. Heath not calling the foul on him.
Here's Duval into the forecourt with it. Now works outside the arc to the right side, cuts back to the left, bounce past Odero in the post, and there's Cook with his arms wrapped around Odero for the foul. And Cook picks up his second.
Friars trying to get the ball into the middle of the zone with Odero. Very rarely you see the big guy flash to the middle and get the ball. But Odero is a good free throw shooter at 80%, so right around 80%. Yeah, Cook is very aggressive defensively and picks up the foul.
His second, team's 9th, and we've still got 6:02 to go. Odero gets the 1-and-1. He's 2 for 3 at the line in the half. And what is that? We had a lane violation?
Called lane violation on Gaines.
Oh, my.
I mean, that's just...
And that's 2 points that comes off the board, potentially.
He missed the free throw anyway, but that's your teammate. You got to know what his cadences are when he's going to shoot the ball.
No kidding. So lane violation gives it back to Georgetown here as Broen Brumball back into the game has the dribble. And then an offensive foul called on Epps as Carter took an elbow and then took the floor. And Epps gets called for the foul.
Well, since Carter has played Epps, he hasn't scored. I mean, he had 9 points right in a row. And then now Carter's been on him for the last 8 minutes, and he hasn't put anything on the board.
So the offensive foul called on Epps gives the ball right back to Providence. And that is 6 turnovers for the Hoyas. Friars have 2 here in the half.
How good is Carter? He does it on both ends. A two-way player like that defensively.
Georgetown stays in a 2-3 zone. Duval pushes right for Carter. There's the backdoor lob for Castro, who catches it. Can't get it. Rebound tipped out off the rim, and Epps grabs it. Oh, he had it. He just couldn't finish it. My goodness. Epps crosses over on Corey Floyd. Looks for penetration. The step back 3. Short, long rebound. There's Cook on the offensive glass. Spins, puts up the hook shot. No good. And a rebound out of bounds, and it's off of Castro.
Come on, Raphael. Get in there and throw your body around.
Guys, you got to hold on to the ball. Oh, they're just batting it around like a ping pong ball. You got to snag it.
Well, here comes Felder in here.
Drew Fielder, the 6'10 freshman from Boise, Idaho, and a one-time Friar commit, has it out on front. Now gives it back out to Epps. Epps on the sideline, centers, gets the left-hand dribble, throws up the runner at the rim. It's short, no good. Rebound off of Epps this time, and it's Providence ball.
Good job by Galway Duval there. He knocked it off Epps' knee. Epps almost had the ball there, but it hit the loose ball off his knee out of bounds.
Georgetown's only shooting 29% from the floor and 22% from 3. Epps has hit just 3 of 12.
Yeah, he was 3 for 3 out of the gate.
Left wing for Floyd. Floyd now centers, come to the right side for Gaines. Gaines against the zone, scoots it all the way around the arc. The left wing again for Carter. Carter comes off a high screen, back to Floyd. Floyd fakes. He drives, jump step into the lane, tries to go underneath. He should have shot that shot. He tried to hit a Castro. Ball got kicked out of bounds.
Yeah, he's got to shoot that
he's
shot.
He's got to shoot that mid-range shot.
He had Gaines in the corner, too. He decided to penetrate on that one. Gaines' favorite corner, that left corner there, usually makes that 3.
20 to shoot. Carter inbounds out to Duval at the top of the key. It goes left for Floyd. Floyd thought about the 3. Goes right back to Garway. They leave him alone for 3. Off the back iron. Rebound tipped out. Controlled by Epps.
That was a good look by Garway.
Epps now tries to fight off the screen. Left side for Masood. Masood drives on Gaines. Lifts it up and gets it rejected out of bounds by Castro.
Good help by Castro on that one. That's where he can be very effective protecting the rim. He's got to be more active in the back of that defense.
20 to shoot for the Hoyas. They'll inbound from the baseline to the left of the basket. Rich Barron will check back in for the Friars. They're going to give Corey Floyd again the rest here. They'll guard away from Epps. We're looking for the open man, and we got a whistle. And a foul is called on Duval for a hold.
He's holding Brumbaugh there.
And that's going to be a 1-and-1 for Georgetown. That's his second personal foul on
Friars
Garway.
had 3 possessions where they missed free throws, and they had a couple opportunities to get layups. And they could be double digits at this point.
Sure could be. Georgetown is scoreless in the last 4.5 minutes of this game. Rowan Brumbaugh has a chance to get him on the board here. The free throw is in around the rim, and it went down. That's their first point in 4.5 minutes. And they're still only down by 7 at 30-23. So one more for Brumbaugh, the Texas transfer, averaging 7.5 points per game, 2.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists. Sat out last year as a redshirt at Texas.
Well, that's a weird-looking stroke. He snaps it off his fingers.
He hits both free throws. His first points of the ball game. It's 30-24. 4.5 to play in the half here. As Georgetown goes back into the 2-3 zone, Duval goes to Barron, back to Duval. 2 freshmen with each other right there, playing catch onto the right wing to the grad senior Gaines. Now top of the key for Barron, goes left again for Duval. Duval works back left for Carter, gets tipped out of bounds on the wing by Bristol. 11 to shoot.
See, that's a matchup zone, John. All the guys in Georgetown stay up on the three-point line. They dare you to go into the paint. They want you to go into the paint and take a tough 2. That's Cooley's philosophy. He wants to take away the 3.
So the Friars will inbound it from the left sideline. Basket to our right again here with Carter. They'll flip it into the backcourt to Duval, who immediately attacks now. Comes off a high screen, works to the left, steps back. Now wants to penetrate again, hands off, finds Barron, who gets off a deep 3. Yeah!
Big shot there by Barron. He has one of those a game. He steps up and knocks down a corner jumper or knocks that three ball on the wing.
First basket of the game for the Friar freshman Chicago. It puts Providence up by